DragonCon. Here we are yet again in the loft bar of the Marriott. Got a couple of fantastic people with me. Got Veronica Belmont and Jonathan Strickland. Thank you guys so much for making it out to your umpteenth DragonCon.
Of course.
So you guys have been here. I guess, would you consider yourself pros at this point of our show?
At this point, yeah. It's been, gosh, I think it might be my sixth year now?
That is a pretty impressive number. Jonathan,
my dad was the first Toastmaster of the very first DragonCon. So
He's legacy.
But to say you are part of the actual family
I
here.
was born into the convention.
Like in the actual Hyatt, maybe? Like it was just like DragonCon happened. And
Convention?
You know, I don't ask questions that I don't want to know the
Wait,
answer
when's your
to.
birthday?
June 26th.
No, you're safe.
I'm pretty
No.
safe.
well, the convention did used to be in the summer.
Yeah, well, but
So-
still,
That
that
would
would
be
have been a
too
very
long.
long
Too
gestation
long
period.
gestation
Too long
period. You're
gestation.
right.
Yeah.
So maybe
Let's not
let's
not
sure
dwell on
John's
this.
let's
parents
derail
having
there.
sex.
Yeah, because that's a fun conversation. There goes sleep for the night. Thanks, Jonathan.
You're welcome.
So you guys are here promoting an assortment of things. So you've got a lot of your, just a lot of things. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize how much you are involved in these days.
I do a lot, but mostly I'm here for Sword and Laser, which is my sci-fi fantasy book club and show with Tom Merritt. So we're doing a live show tomorrow, Saturday at 2:30. We're interviewing Jim Butcher.
Oh, Jim, a fantastic guy.
So we love having the interviews here at DragonCon because you get the whole community involved and everyone's there in the audience, and it's always a lot of fun.
So you do the whole live, like just full-on live experience
Yep.
here at the show.
Yeah, we have a room, we have a panel, and the author comes up and we interview them for about an hour, and then we take questions from the
That's pretty
audience.
cool.
And I forgot my recording gear, so I'm hoping Tom has his, or someone has some.
You know what? At this convention, I'm pretty sure
we'll be
recording
okay.
equipment should be fine. So I
Yeah.
mean, you can always do the whole thing through Jonathan's Google
Right.
Glass monocle of technology there.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm here representing the NSA today. So
I'm going to apologize for the things I said on the phone earlier then,
That's-
and we'll
yeah,
just call it a
perfectly
day.
fine.
Gotta watch your words around John.
That's been true for a long time, though. So what's your big thing here this year,
Well,
Jonathan?
I'm really here as part of the podcast track programming as well as the skeptic track programming. I've got a panel today where I'll be talking about reasons why you should not panic despite the gloom and doom news that will hit the internet on a minute-by-minute basis.
But there's so much joy to be found in internet news today.
Oh, yes, yes. I was just thinking that this week when I watched everyone mourn the passing of Neil Armstrong for the second time.
You know,
Yeah.
that was social media is such a fantastic and dare I say double-edged sword of connectivity and communication in this world. So.
Yeah. It also shows how short our memories are, that we live very much in the moment when you're talking about social media and things that have happened before people have forgotten about. It's fresh. And it's not, I don't mean to say that people's grief is somehow invalidated. It's still very much real, but it's odd because it feels like there's no permanence to it. That if you were to tell someone a year from now that Neil Armstrong just passed away, they would have forgotten again.
I know.
And
We should-
experience it all over.
So you feel like this should be an experiment next year? We should be the ones that start that
the rumor anew.
bring back the cycle.
Technically, it won't be a rumor that Neil Armstrong's dead. Because
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
It has
it would
happened.
be a rumor that he's dead again. It would be
This would be
And
the
he's
worst skit show I think I've ever
A
seen.
living undead.
right.
And Neil Armstrong has come back.
So I heard that Neil Armstrong is a zombie on
He's
the
a
moon
zombie
right
now.
now. Is that actual
On the
fact?
moon. Moon
We're reporting
zombies.
that dark side of the moon
There it
zombies. So speaking of in the moment, as someone who's been coming to the show, you said for 6 years, what's the thing you look forward to the most at DragonCon? Because you do a lot of these shows.
It's mostly just being able to see my friends because it's a great opportunity. Everyone gets together. Like I see John maybe once or twice a year at different cons or events. All of my friends that live out on the East Coast come down for this because I'm out in San Francisco.
Okay.
So it's just a really nice opportunity to see people that I don't get to see the rest of the year, and get to confab with all these folks who are just like obsessed with all the same things that I am. It's such a nice family event in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it's not.
Well, it depends on what time of day it is.
What time of day it is.
Yeah.
But it's definitely my favorite conference of the year.
That's very cool. Now, what's your geek then? What's the one nerdy thing that really you look for every year?
Oh, well, this year I get the privilege and honor of getting to interview Adam Savage and Phil Plait for
Oh,
a
my
panel
goodness.
later this
Yeah,
afternoon.
those guys are fantastic.
And
I love Adam.
I'm such a huge fan of Adam's and of course Phil as well. But I think it's going to be a really fun discussion. So just getting to meet people and talk to them is, I mean, that's why we come.
As you can see here, I can totally relate with that.
Yeah.
You are going to have a fantastic time with those guys.
I know,
I'm pretty
I'm
excited.
psyched.
I'm going to have to sneak in and check that out. So,
It's fun.
Jonathan, what's your big thing this year, geek-wise? What do you geek out about every year?
Gee, that's a tough question.
Narrow down the list.
I really like it when friends that I have known for years and years are in a costume where it is absolutely impossible to recognize who they are, run up to me and talk about how much it's fun at the con, and I sit there for the first 15 minutes trying to figure out who they are. That's my
Nice.
favorite. And especially if it's someone that I just talked to, say, 3 or 4 days ago.
Right.
In plain clothes. That's really, actually, I really do geek out about the costumes. It's been, I remember coming to DragonCon where you'd see a few people in costume, and that would grow year over year. I'd say probably about maybe 8 or 9 years ago, it started to really get into this thing where
It's like a whole new level
to a
of
point
costuming
where
here,
it's
yeah.
almost a one-to-one, right? You'll see people who are not in costume, and then you'll see an equal number of people who are in costume. That's fantastic. I love seeing this kind of community grow up. It's interesting to see the way that different people embrace costuming to the point where people are either just trying to faithfully recreate a character that they love, or they're doing some crazy mashup of 3 or 4 different genres, or it's a completely original piece. I love all of that creativity.
I saw almost like an 80s style Daft Punk Boba Fett yesterday.
Daft Punk Guild. That's
I was like,
fantastic.
That's a good combo.
That definitely sounds like something you would not see anywhere other
The
than a show
helmet,
like this.
He
Yeah.
had a big clock around his neck.
I think I've seen that guy actually.
Yeah, he was pretty great.
I
I didn't dress up this year. I
was
dressed
about
up
to say,
last year.
what did you dress up as last year?
I was a demon hunter from Diablo 3.
That's pretty cool.
And it was super fun, but it was really smelly. I was so smelly.
Costume was made by Bill Duran, right?
Bill Duran was
Bill
my
Duran.
costume
That's his
designer.
name,
Fantastic
yeah.
guy.
He's
I think
great.
he's here this year,
He
and
is.
he'll be in another crazy costume. He makes one every year. He's a guy who just makes props and costumes professionally now, and he does incredible work.
Yeah, him and his wife are both fantastic. They sometimes do matching team costumes, and it's really fun to see what they come up with.
Well, maybe next time, because obviously you guys are going to be coming back, get some kind of collective group costume together and see you guys roaming around the floor. That's apparently the popular thing to do.
I think we should just get a bunch of the popular podcasters and go as Voltron.
With our powers combined.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for your time today.
Of course.
I know you guys are going to have a very busy weekend, and we obviously at DragonCon appreciate everything you guys do. And you guys, we'll just see you around the convention. How's that sound?
Absolutely.
great.
All right, cool. Thank you guys very much.